How's the coffee?
Okay, then modified potentization techniques. Okay, we are here. Modified potentization techniques. Okay. Am I audible?
No,
Yes,
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For some of you, yes. For some of you, no. My voice is clear or not?
Clear, sir.
Clear.
Yes.
Okay. So modified potentization techniques, keeping pace with the scientific and industrial evolution. Many followers and students of Hahnemann on homeopathy start to preserve the principle of potentization from the view of constructing labor-saving techniques and machines by which they could prepare high potencies. Okay, so this is just how they prepared how they prepared this high potencies. Okay, then Hahnemann always spoke of trituration performed by hand. It was practical and possible to prepare Hahnemannian potencies manually, as the mostly used up to the 30th potencies. Okay, so it's 30 centesimal potencies. Okay, Dr. Hahnemann normally he used to potentize the medicine at the level of only 30 C. Okay, he has not gone beyond this. Okay, sometimes just he used to do like different type of potencies. He used to give like 200 or like more. Okay, then 30 centesimal, even modifications suggested in the 6th edition of Organ of Medicines were simple to follow, as these required the substances to be triturated up to 3rd centesimal and further potencies succeeded to 50 millisimal potencies. But already during the life time, attempts were made to modify these triturations of long manual labor by mechanical trituration. These were able to work more uniformly than the human hands. Okay, so means for his lifetime he used to do this process of trituration, and at that time he was not using his manual way of trituration. Okay, he was always using always doing trituration by manual process, not by the mechanical process. Okay, trituration and computerized succussion medicines this used nowadays. Okay, this existed a small body of overzealous students of Hahnemann anxious to overstep the master in potentization. Okay, just this was like we will do something better from Dr. Hahnemann, like that. This type of mentality was there. Okay, so what they did, Hahnemann has made use of varied degree of dilutions from the original tinctures up to 30 C centesimal potencies, but the 30 C potency was by no means high enough for his student, and so they produced 60, 90, 200, and finally even 1500 potencies. Okay, means his students were like 30 C was maximum for Dr. Hahnemann. Okay, but for his student it was not maximum, and they just reached, okay, by this process only they reached to the this much potencies. Okay, this much potencies. Okay, then among these enthusiastic Dr. Gross, Dr. N. Suchlers, and Dr. General Koskov, okay, of Russia played the principal part. They become the real founder of the theory of high potencies. Okay, means till Dr. Hahnemann 30 potency was the highest potency, but after that their students, okay, they just reached to high potencies, and they really gave the way of higher potency. Nowadays minimum potency means up to 30 potency, 30 to 1 M is medium potency, and more than 1 M potency is high potency. Okay, like this. Then become the real founder of the theory of high dilutions, which later on founded an industrious and jealous prognostic in the staff. After the death of Hahnemann, his followers took up different method of dynamization. Okay, everyone were doing differently. Okay, that even in that's why you will see in the field of Ayush. Okay, you will find that different systems are there, like different schools are there. Okay, just classical homeopathy is not there. Okay, what actually Dr. Hahnemann has said, okay, that is not there. Some of them has modified to just you can bounce their names. You can tell so that their name will be there. Okay, so like that. When you will study later on, like second year, third year, fourth year, you will understand there are different schools of homeopathy also. Okay, they just, some of them follow the classical homeopathy, some of them follow the only mind system, some of them follow the genetic system. Okay, the many things are there. Okay, so when you will reach second year, third year, fourth year, and you go to internship, you will understand more about all these things. Okay, but still some of the practitioners are following very well the classical homeopathy, that is the Hahnemannian system of homeopathy, and that is very much successful. Okay, then Korkovs of Russia, what he did. Okay, these are not so much important at exam level. Okay, but just we will go once. Okay, Count Graf von Korkovs, okay, nobleman, was fascinated by Hahnemann's dynamization theory. He was the real originator of high potencies. He claimed that one single medicated globules, when placed among many non-medicated globules, communicated in medicinal power to be non-medicinated globules. He went on to do this with 1300 or 13,500 unmedicated globules and one single dry globules of the sulfur 30. He warned that the bottle should not be carried in the pocket for fear of the power being enormously increased because of the shaking of the bottle in the pocket. Okay, what Hahnemann did with the fluid potencies, Korkovs did with the solid dry globules. He delivered that the material division of the medicinal ceases with the sixth potencies, and then the medicinal power is communicated by a potency analogous with the infection of that ideas. Okay, so just this is one of the idea, okay, given by Korkovs. Okay, already it was told. Okay, already it was told um, because because of they want just some bouncing, okay, like jumping, their name should be there. Okay, so for that reason they have given something. Okay, and but that was not so much successful. Okay, so this Korkov told ki if you will take one globule of sulfur and 1500, 1300, 13,500 globules, you will put one globule inside it, it will just medicate all the globules. It was his theory, and he was just telling ki don't keep the medicine in pocket, otherwise every time it will shake and its potency will increase and it will be more powerful. Okay, like that. Okay, but everything is not correct. Okay, like I can give you one example. Okay, just am I audible? Na? Everyone is listening. Na? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
One pharmaceutical company, okay, they just make medicine, liquid potency. Okay. Then from pharmaceutical company, suppose this pharmaceutical company is in Delhi. Okay, just suppose not in Delhi, we are taking this medicine from Germany. Okay, like German homeopathic pharmacopoeia. So first it will come to Delhi by flight. Okay, means it will be packed from the some pharmaceutical company, come to in flight from flight to Delhi. Okay, so from Delhi, suppose it will come by train to Guwahati. Okay, then from Guwahati, it will come by anything. Okay, by truck or taxi, it will come to Shillong. Okay, like Police Bazaar. From there, it will be distributed to any place like any pharmacy shop. Okay, so every time there will be shaking of medicine. Okay, if medicine is so much second, okay, so why the potencies are not increasing? Why potencies are not increasing? Because when we are giving 10 downwards is stroke. Okay, it just changes its potency, or just it changes its power. Okay, why these things are not happening? Okay, later on you can answer. Okay, you can search or you anything. Okay, you can do and you can answer later on. Okay, so just this question should come in your mind, why it is not happening. Okay, so okay, we will discuss about this later on. Just I can tell, I can just, I have scratched your brain. Okay, just think about this, why this is not happening. Okay, so Jensen of Wismar. Okay, Caspar Julius. Okay, Jensen was an admirer of Hahnemann, who pursued the idea that the further attenuation is not necessary for the potentization of medicine, but continuous succession without dilution is sufficient. He advocated that the degree of strength developed through potentization was directly uh, proportionate to the number of strokes given. Thus, he suggests that the even 10 strokes give would increase the dynamic strength on the medicine by 1 degree. Okay, just it was his idea. Okay, these ideas are not so much important at UG level, but you should this thing should come in your mind. Okay, like how what they are suggesting, what were the different things. Okay, like it happens. Okay, any research is going on or any searching is going on, many people do. Okay, but some of them only success and some of them just in between they are stuck. Okay, then Carol Dunham. Okay, Carol Dunham, okay, was one of the early people in mechanize the process of potentization. He used to abundant oil meal for preparing potencies. He potencies were suffixed by D. Then next is the Frink, okay, was an American physician who devised his own method of dynamization. He used to take 100 drops of drug substances in a glass jug. He allowed a stream of water to flow into it. For each drench of water entering in and out of the 100 drench of water entering and coming out of the vessel would rise the potency of the containing drug substances to 100. Okay, he never believed the value of stroke. He has paid importance only on the water with its exerting forces on a medicinal substances in rising the potencies and not on any stroke applied. Okay, it was his thinking. Okay, with the flow of water he used to just give the potencies to his drug. Okay, but again it was not successful. Okay, then Thomas Skinner. Okay, Skinner potencies were prepared by process of discontinuous fluxion in contrast to the continuous fluxion of Swan and Flynn. By 1872, Skinner, 1825, okay, then to 1906, okay, developed the Skinner fluxion centesimal attenuations. This device was designed to mount about a small sink in the office or home. Okay, then he motivative power was water pressure. The potencies are labeled FC fluxion centesimal to differentiate them from Hahnemannian centesimal potencies. Okay, so this was done by Thomas. Okay, then Samuel Swan, what he has done. Okay, Samuel Swan used fractions of the potencies and attenuations from them. He suggested that if one drop of the tincture you used with 1 m potency, then 1/10 of the drop of the 1 m would be used to make the 10 m. This methods has more to do with the dilutions of the final potencies rather than the serial dilutions of each potencies along the way. Okay, so again it was not so successful. Okay, now next is the multiple or single vial potencies. This is again important. Okay, multiple or single vial potencies. I think last time this question was asked, okay, in exam. Okay, so what is the multiple or single vial potencies? Okay, just go, we will go through it. The method of potentization given in the German homeopathic pharmacopoeia require a new vial to be used for every state of potentization, which is original method developed by Hahnemann. It is known as Hahnemannian multiple vial method. Remember, okay? Means it is a multiple vial method, means every time when you are doing the process of potentization, you are using different vial. Okay, VIAL. Okay, different vial. That is called as a multiple vial method. Okay, it is very simple, not a rocket science. Okay, because but still you have not studied. That's why. Okay, sometimes it happens. You just make it wrong in your answer. Okay. So if you are using many vials, it is multiple vial. Okay. So the method of potentization given in the German homeopathic pharmacopoeia requires a new vial to be used for every stage of potentization, which is the original method developed by Hahnemann. It is known as the Hahnemannian multiple while method. Okay, remember it. Hahnemannian multiple while method. Okay. Then the French are very accurate in calling potencies produced by the medicine CH1, CH2, CH3, etc. Okay. So what is multiple while method? Anyone have any idea regarding this? When you are using a number of while, okay, this is called as a multiple while method. Okay, remember this. Then next we will go to the single while potencies or single while method. Okay, single while potencies. Okay, if you have book, you underline this. Okay, because I think last time this was asked in question paper. Okay, single while method and multiple while method. Okay, so then single while method. Single while potencies are easier and cheaper to produce. Okay, the disadvantage is that they are lesser accurate. Okay, every time you are using same while you are cleaning and using, okay, that's why they are less accurate, but it is cheaper because you are not using your money to buy while too much of while. Okay, so that's why they are called as Korkov's potencies. The method has been developed by the Russian Korkov. His method is based on the fact that when a file is implanted, some of the fluid remain adhered to the wall. Okay, so this was the single while and multiple while. Okay, single while multiple while method is given by whom? Anybody can answer who has given multiple while method? Anybody can answer who has given multiple while method? Disha. Dr. Hahnemann. And who has given single while method or single while potencies? Korkovs. Okay, Korkovs has given the single while method. Okay, so remember this.
Recording in progress.
Okay, then fluid remain attached to the wall. Hahnemann method was still in more accurate. Hahnemann mentioned that these potencies should be prepared by hand process. The hand process is suitable for preparation of small quantities. Okay. Now we will go to next. Some important parts are there. Be careful for these important parts. Okay. The question of mechanical device come up with the shaking of large quantities in big vessels become necessary. Okay, so this, when we need large quantity of medicine, then we have to go through the process of mechanical method. Okay, practically it is too hard to purchase the Hahnemannian hand process in case of high and higher potencies that come up with the Hahnemannian himself made potencies up to 60 C. Okay, maximum what Dr. Hahnemann has done was that he has made only 60 C potency. Practically automatic machines now prepare at high and higher potencies or dilutions. Okay, you can see in your nowadays in pharmaceutical companies websites, okay, how much high potencies they are making. Okay, 1 m 10 m they are making. Okay, now mixed Hahnemannian and Korkov's method. Okay, begins with the Hahnemann method of preparation up to 6C or 30C, then use the single file method or single while method. Okay, so this is like single while or single file method is given by Korkovs, but double Hahnemann has used the multiple while method. Okay, now Q potency, again this will may be asked in short note. Okay, Q potency is the term used to designate 50 millisimal potencies. Okay, what is the name of 50 millisimal potencies? Give 3 name of 50 millisimal potencies. Anybody can answer? What is the name of 50 millisimal potencies? Shruti. Lucky.
Sir,
Hello.
LM potency,
Okay.
and then
50 millisiemens potency.
50, yeah, 50-simal potency.
And third, Q potency.
Yeah, Q potency.
Okay, one more is there. One more. Because Honeyman has never told LM or 50 millisiemens potency. He has told one word. I told when I was teaching LM potency. What was the word?
The renewed dynamization potential.
Renewed dynamization. Okay, so these four names are there. Okay, remember LM potency, renewed dynamization, 50 millisiemens, and Q potency. Okay, this is the synonyms for LM potency. Remember these four. Okay, because question may come in any form. Write in detail about renewed dynamization process, write in detail about Q potency, write in detail about LM potency, write in detail about the 50 millisiemens potency. Okay, so be careful for this. Okay. Next, we will come to next part, back potencies. What is back potency? Okay, back potency, as name suggests, back means just back of that. Okay, if 30C potency, 29 is the back potency, 28 is the back potency. Okay, so three potencies prior to the frequently used potencies are called as a back potency. Okay, suppose frequently used potencies. Okay, any potency is, suppose any potency has a frequency. Suppose 30C we are using frequently. Okay, if you are prescribing 30C to your patients. Okay, so 29 or 28 or 27 is called as a back potency of that. Okay, so 2 or 3 potencies prior to the frequently used potencies are called as a back potency. Example, for 30CH potencies, the back potencies would be 29CH, 28CH, and or 27CH potency. Here CH is the actual way of writing, but I told you sometimes you will find only 27 will be written, sometimes 27C will be written, 27CH will be written. Okay, so sometimes this is also like a multiple choice objective questions. Okay, which is the exact correct way of writing the potencies of medicine in the centesimal scale. Okay, there will be 30, then there will be 30C, then there will be 30CH, and fourth option will be none of the above. Okay, the answer will be 30CH. It is the exact way of writing the potencies. Okay, then for 200CH, okay, potencies, the back potencies would be 199CH, 198CH, and 197CH potencies. Okay, so this is the back potencies. Next is the preparation. To prepare 28CH potencies, 1 part 27CH potencies plus 99 part vehicle. To prepare 29CH potencies, 1 part 28CH potencies, 99 part vehicle. To prepare 30CH potencies, 1 part 29CH potencies plus 99 part of vehicle. Okay, just it is to ease your work. Okay, so that suppose you 30C potency is not there now, how to do? Okay, from 1C again you will go 1C, 2C, 3C, 4C, 5C. It will take a lot of time. Okay, so that's why practitioners or pharmaceutical company, they keep a lot of just back potencies, previous potencies, so that if needed they can prepare the particular potencies. Okay, because if they will start from first, okay, it will take too much time. Okay, then ultimately it has a great advantage for the manufacturer to prepare large quantity of medicine. Okay, that's why they just keep the back potencies. Okay, now Avogadro's number. Okay, already you know about this. Okay, and you are the like current learner of this Avogadro's number. Okay, the number of the number of molecules in a gram molecular weight expressed in a gram of any substances normally presented by Na is 6.023 into 10 power 23. Okay, so just remember this is part of your homeopathic pharmacy, so sometimes it may also asked in your objective question papers. Okay, one molecule of a remedy substances in a molecule is considered to be equivalent to the 12C dilutions level. Is that not one molecule of the original substances or material can be found at this dilution level? Okay, what it is written, one molecule of a remedy substances in a molecule is considered to be equivalent to 12C. Why 12C? Because 6.023 into 10 power 23, 12C will come to 6.023 into 10 power 24. 4. Okay, because 12C means each C has 100. Okay, so it will be 1 power 10 power 24. Okay, so at what will happen at this place? Actual medicine is not there. Okay, dilution level, okay, considered to equivalent to 12C dilution level. Not one molecule of the original substances or material can be found on this solution or dilution level. Okay, it is said by the molecular biologist, it is said by the Nobel Prize winners. Okay, so they have told about this. Okay, after 6.023 into 10 power 23 dilution, actual molecule of that particular thing will not be seen in that particular material. Okay, so when we will reach to 12C potency, we will already cross the Avogadro's hypothesis, and there will not be the actual material. Okay, but the memory of that particular material will be there, and that helps to, that is called as a dynamic power, and that dynamic power will help you to just get get rid of disease or to be cured. Okay, so till here anything you have not understood? You understood this Avogadro's hypothesis part or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
means
sir.
if it is 10th power 23 or 24, after that, that particular material will not be there. Okay. Okay, so just we will revise this chapter once again. Okay, chapter number 19 is there. Okay, then what things we learned, definition we learned. Okay, then we have learned about the chronic diseases, just we have seen. Okay, then history and development of theory of dynamization we have learned. Okay, so history was like a little interesting, how he just from crude form to potentized form he jumped. Okay, and he reached to LM potencies. Okay, then after that, scientific approach to the homeopathic drug dynamization or potentization we have seen. Okay, drug dynamization, drug potentization is same thing. Okay, please don't leave question because of this only. Okay, then we have some multiplications are there. Okay, then that is not so much important. Objectives of potentization. Okay, means what is the use or objectives of potentization. Then effects of potentization. Okay, then phenomena of potentization, factors of potentization is there, and process of potentization and dynamization is there. Already you know trituration and succussion and fried. Trituration we use centesimal scale and decimal scale. For succussion we use centesimal, decimal and 50 millisimal scale. I told you earlier also, just means know this or be ready with this. Okay, then products of potentization, what you will give. Now first potentization process, trituration, it is only for solids. Vehicles for potentization, you know. Substances taken for trituration, you know. Okay, then difference in the process of trituration in class 7, 8 and 9. Okay, then methods of trituration of dry insoluble medicinal substances is there. Okay, then procedure in different scales. Okay, in different scales, how to do potentization or trituration. This is the total mathematical 60-minute mathematical procedure of the process of triturations. Okay, then conversion of trituration into liquid potencies are there. Okay, how to convert in liquid potencies. Okay, like 3C to 4C is called as a fluxant potency or state potency. Okay, fluxant potency of state potency is a part of fluxant potencies. Potencies and dilution difference is there. Okay, then again, then conversion of decimal scale 6x to 8x is there, jumping potency. Okay, jumping potency is also a part of fluxant potency. Okay, but it is not a straight potency. Okay, schematic representation insists. Okay, how the potentization process, how the whole process will go in centesimal scale. Okay, this process is there. Then potencies. Okay, different potency. Fluxant potency or fluxant means I told you earlier, changing from one state to other state is called as a fluxant potency. And high fluxant potencies. Okay, high potencies are there. Okay, then straight potencies. Okay, 3C to 4C. Precautions in trituration, what precautions you have to keep when you are doing the process of triturations. Okay, merits of trituration. What is the profit of merit, or like good thing about demerits of trituration? What are the demerits? Okay, I told you time taking is a big issue. Okay, and modern method of trituration, we use the mechanical process of trituration. Then next is the succussion part. Okay, succussion we used to do for the liquid potencies which are soluble. Okay, then in succussion, modified potentization techniques are there. Okay, in this many actually you can tell ki many philosophies are there who are the followers of Dr. Hahnemann. They tried their things, okay, but they are not so much successful. Korkovs of Russia, then okay, from Wismar, okay, Jenkin was there, then Corlin Dunham was there, okay, so like many scientists, okay, but that is not so much useful at your level, okay, because they are not so successful, okay. Then Samuel Swan was there, multiple or single while potencies. The last time this was asked in question paper, 2 marks question. What is multiple while method? Okay. Then we can go to next mixing. Okay. Then Q potencies are there, back potencies are there. Okay. Then Avogadro's numbers are there. Okay. So till here, you have any doubt, anything you want to ask? You can ask, or like you just go through this chapter. Any doubt, anything you are not understanding, please tell me. Okay, because I told you earlier also, this chapter is very, very, very much important. Okay, because this is very unique chapter and different system of medicine. This is a very different. Okay, because here we do the process of potentization, trituration. Okay, this is the method of preparation of homeopathic medicine that is very unique and very different from the other system of medicine, okay, all over the globes. Okay, so if any doubt you have, please tell me. Okay, go through this chapter. Okay, always prepare this chapter for long question. Okay, if short questions are asked, okay, it is okay, but if you will prepare everything, okay, potentization, okay, just prepare your chapter like describe in detail about potentization. Okay, but you cannot write 14 pages. Okay, you have to just summarize this. If question will come in a long form, okay, so try to summarize it. Okay,